clarifying everything. No, what you said about me was wrong. I need to clarify that. Who cares? Unless you're in a courtroom, you don't need to explain yourself. Right? When you're in a courtroom, you got a judge looking at you. You probably need to explain yourself, right? Other than that, I don't need to explain anything. You cannot run around, you cannot drain yourself running around trying to clarify everything wrong any person says about you. Who cares what they think? The only person you need to convince is a judge, or maybe your mama. Maybe not even your mama sometimes. If your mama's, or your husband, whatever, your wife, is just being ridiculous. And they just, anything you say, they're going to twist it up. Anything you say, they're going to twist it up, right? They're going to take out little words and insert other words and just twist it up. They don't stay in reality, right? They go off the deep end. They fly off topic, dig up some other topic. Suddenly you're talking about something else, right? That's why you don't have to explain. If the person's a reasonable person, yeah, you can explain stuff, because they're not going to take what you say and twist it up. They like to stay in reality. One of the most wonderful things is meeting another reasonable person. Oh, finally, someone I can talk to. Someone who's not going to bring out a twister mat and twist everything up and just deny, and justify up and down and dig up old things. Fly off topic. Suddenly we're talking about this. Why are we talking about this now? No, I wanted to talk about that. Can we get back to this place? So you don't need to explain. Just thinking about it. You don't need to explain. You don't have to clarify everything. What that person said about me was totally wrong. Do I care? No. I don't care. I need to run everything. I need to clarify that soon. If they don't, if they want to misunderstand you, they're going to misunderstand you. Some people just do not want to understand you, so you don't need to explain anything to them. You don't need to explain. I don't care what you think. I know it's true. That's all that matters. Are you a judge? Are you going to put me away? No. So do I need to explain anything to you? No. See how that works? So you can think whatever you want. Does it matter to me what goes on in your head? Does it affect me what's going on in your head? No. The truth is still out. The truth is still existent. The truth still remains, despite what's ever going on in your head, in your brain. I don't care what's going on in your brain. I'm over here with the truth. You're over there in the twilight zone, okay? I don't need to be in the twilight zone with you. I don't need to run over and enter the twilight zone with you and try to insert some reasoning in the twilight zone. Okay, you don't do it. You avoid the twilight. I don't care what you do in the twilight zone. I'm over here in the truth. I'm over here in reality. So have fun with all that. You don't need to scurry around, scrambling, try to clear up everything wrong anyone says about you. Who cares? Okay? I used to get stressed out about that. I never really got stressed out. Actually, never really. Sometimes. It kind of depends on who the person is, right? If someone's really close to you and you actually care about their opinion. Ultimately, you shouldn't care about anyone's opinion. The only opinion you need to care about is yourself. But someone, your relatives, people close to you in your life, you kind of care about their opinion about you, right? Sometimes you let it get to you. No, I want you to think this. I don't want you to think that. I want you to think this. And you run around and you scramble, trying to change what they're thinking. And you're stressing yourself out, trying to change what somebody else is thinking. If they're HELL bent on believing what they want to believe about you, you can't change their mind.